Today, what a view at Angle Tarn. On the way up to Place Fell, looking down the valley here towards Brothers Water, it's beautiful light, but it's one of the reasons why we're cutting back on the video in and using our stills camera, because I'd like to try and get in, compose pictures a little bit closer. The light's gorgeous. What an absolutely beautiful view you have from the path up to Patterdale Hawes. Sorry about my shadow. Walking up from Patterdale towards Patterdale Hawes, beautiful day, blue sky, a little bit of modelling light in the landscape, but not too much. But then you walk round a corner, you see in the shadow a tree catching the light. This is what makes the day start well. At last, Patterdale Hawes, time for a rest.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the Lake District. The sun is shining and it is a clear blue sky day. Absolutely gorgeous. We've come up from Patterdale to Patterdale Hawes and on the way to Angle Tarn. After Angle Tarn, we're not sure which way we are going to go, because the plan was to head towards Hayeswater. Whether we eventually end up there or not is another thing.
Well, yeah.
So we're just going to put one foot in front of the other and see where we end up in the middle of the day before we have to turn around and make our way back down.
Yep. Okay. There's not many times you get days like this in the Lake District.
No,
It's absolutely beautiful day.
So we're trying to make the most of the good weather.
Yeah. So, onwards.
And upwards it is at the moment.
A view of our first body of water we're going to see. This is looking down towards Brothers Water, and what an area this is. Even though this part of the path is on the coast to coast walk, it just seems so wild and wonderful. I always much prefer stills photography to video, so here's an image of Brothers Water before we leave that view behind, swing round to Angle Tarn Pikes, and then on to the absolutely beautiful Angle Tarn itself. What a setting this is. If the light's in the wrong place, then just move around, have a look, see where you can go to get a better image.
Okay, we're here at Angle Tarn. It's a beautiful spot, and even the late great Alfred Wainwright said it was one of his favourites. Beautiful setting, surrounded by mountains. And onwards and upwards again. Okay, we've just stopped to check the map, make sure that we're still on the right path. But it's beautiful up here. When there's nobody else on the path, it's beautiful and wild.
It is. We'll just turn you around. I mean, days like this is, you just treasure them forever, don't you, Sam?
You do, you do. It's gorgeous to be able to see all the mountains.
It is.
We were walking along, and as we came through a gap in the wall, to the left the wall seemed to go straight down the side of the hill into the valley below, and I thought it was such a wonderful shot with all the ridges in the distance. And then we turned round and walked along, and the wall seemed to disappear over the skyline, and it looked so interesting. You wanted to see what was over the ridge.
As Sue was saying, you really felt how wild and remote this place is, even though it's on the coast-to-coast path. But you look around and the mountain scenery is just absolutely amazing. Here we are at Hayeswater, very different surroundings to Angle Tarn. So we've got to find our way down now and then head back down the valley this way.
Past the two sheep who were very interested in looking at what we're doing.
Onwards and hopefully downwards. So the path heading down to Hayeswater was not too clear. It's quite a faint track going down, but you just go past the wall there and then head down towards the lake there. There is an outlet, which there are stepping stones there which we'd seen people crossing from above, so we went down and crossed over that way. However, further on down the path there is a footbridge where you can get across the stream there. So we got to Hayeswater and then just started the journey back.
Okay, we're just coming down from Hayeswater. It was so windy up there, we couldn't stop and eat our sandwiches. So we've had to come halfway down into the valley to get out of the wind, so we can sit in the sun and just eat our sandwiches, which was lovely.
It was. Onwards
and downwards now.
Right, we found a nice bench to sit on, having a rest before we start off again. We're overlooking Brothers Water here, so on this walk that we've done today there's 3 bodies of water that we've passed. There's Angle Tarn, Hayeswater and Brothers Water, and what a day it's been.
It's a wonderful view from here. You've got all the mountains and going up to Kirkstone Pass, and you've got Brothers Water in the foreground. Some lovely green fields with walls, dry stone walls.
There is, yeah. I'll just swing you around here, show you what we've got to our right hand side here.
Some more mountains.
Yeah, just beautiful. These days don't come very often. Treasure them. Still
onward and levelish now.
I hope so. A maestro at work. Well, we've just crossed the bridge here. Beautiful little waterfall. Having a rest on a rock. I'll just swing you around and just show you this hillside here. Absolutely amazing. The colour, the opposites in colour that you've got between the autumnal bracken and the brilliant blue sky. I can't understand these photographers who decry blue sky days. Man, there's nothing like it, is there? As I've probably alluded to before, There are a number of photographers, landscape photographers, who decry these blue sky days, saying, oh, you can't take pictures on days like this, conditions like this. You can take photographs any time that you want to. You see something in front of you, and if it stirs something within your soul, you have to take an image of it. What drew me to these images here with the trees on the hillside and the difference in colour between what was still winter bracken and the deep blue of an early spring sky. I just love the conditions that we got here. Tried to work hard on my composition and just really enjoyed the moment, enjoyed the day. I'm never going to live that day again. Never going to see conditions exactly like this. Man, there's nothing like it, is there?
There isn't. It's lovely to sit on a rock in the sun.
Hopefully you can hear Sue there, but
We just walked through this little stretch of woodland and it is so quiet. Even though we're not that far from a main road, it is beautiful, peaceful, the birds are singing, the sun's shining. What more could we ask for?
these next two images actually personify everything that is wonderful about landscape photography. Sue and myself can be standing next to each other and we can take photographs that of the same thing but are different. We were both drawn to the dark trees in the foreground against the beautiful soft light in the woodland beyond. As I say, what Sue sees and what I see can be two completely different things, so again, just don't worry about what other photographers take. What you take will be quite unique. Just before we wrap the video up, just a few photographs here that we've taken. Some were taken when we were at Patterdale 2 years ago, when the conditions were completely different to what they are in this visit. We had rain, low cloud, very atmospheric conditions. The same views or near same views look completely different, but it's all about just being in a place and enjoying where you are, loving what you see, and just taking photographs, because they are moments in time, moments in your life that you can look back on and think, wow, what a day we had then. So whether it's raining, whether it's clear blue sky, just enjoy what you do, where you go.
The end of a beautiful day.
It is. It's been absolutely wonderful. Blue skies all the way, and I say we've seen 3 bodies of water on the way, hopefully taking some not too bad photography.
Yeah.
So, as I say, all good things come to an end, and we're not too far away now from the end of the walk, so we put on the end how far we've got. So other than that, you had a good one?
I have, yeah. I really enjoyed today.
Yeah, it's been absolutely stunning. So, without further ado, just remember, keep on going out there and keep on walking, because that's what keeps you going.
That's true.
So, until the next time, it's bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.